Welcome to my page. I'm James St. James, and this is highlighting for basic bitchery, starring Mrs. Kasha Davis. Hello, darlings. It's me, Mrs. Kasha Davis from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 7. I was asked, because nobody else was available, to give you some makeup tips from Mrs. Kasha Davis, #BasicBitch. So being a basic bitch.
Basic bitch is not wanted.
I use the absolute basics. Basically, when I was taught to do makeup, everything was in black and white. So, I mean, you couldn't just use black and you couldn't just use white. Back then, they didn't have color. And so you had to really just use the basics. And so you used a basic powder that they use in theatrical communities. And of course, charcoal from the fire that kept the studio warm. There are 3 steps to this highlight process. Step 1 is deciding where it is that you want to highlight. Basically, it's not the contour section, stupid. The contour areas are the concave areas. You know, it's like where you put the blush. You don't want to highlight there. Choose places in your face that are popping out, like your cheekbones, like your lovely lady nose. And then you highlight up here on this bone, in your chin, those specific areas in your face that are already protruding. Step 2 is actually taking your very inexpensive brush that you purchase at, drugstores, or you steal it from another drag queen. This particular brush I stole from Kennedy Davenport. She has a lot of brushes, and she just doesn't need this one. That's what we do. We steal from each other because we're evil queens that way. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna take your highlight powder that you have in your Tupperware containers that Sacha Bell is now selling. And what you do is you go ahead and you take that stored white powder and you just so delicately, see, now watch what happens. Mrs. Kasha Davis has a cheekbone. They'll be like, wow, she had work done. Show off the Botox that you've been using all of your hard-earned money from the gigs. Show them where you got the Botox. Now then you take this other brush that you stole from Violet Chachki. See, it's the skinnier brush. What you do is you put it up here on top of your eye. You want to show everybody where you shaved your eyebrows, and then even just a little bit on the inside of your eye as well. Really what it comes down to is just taking your tongue and putting it up against the back of your teeth and sucking in like that, and then you put the highlight on it. That is really how the application works.
You want me to get up in the skig? I'm gonna get up in the skig.
Now for step 3, what we're gonna do is complete the picture, because you've got a gig. You've got to get out and do your number. You don't have time for this.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
This step is dedicated to Bianca Del Rio. She uses an entire gallon of white. I just use a little bit, just a touch, just there in the middle, and just enough to make your eyes go BAM! And the final place that you can use your clown white, after you've applied your basic bitchery MAC lipstick, take your clown white and you add it right here, and this is where you get the I give really good
advice
lips. And then look, that's where you can put your pickle. I know you basic bitches are out there and you want to know the basic makeup instructions. Well, there you have it. Go get your mineral powder and call it a day. And don't forget to subscribe to Wow Presents. Ooh, and go over there and check out Life with the Davises. It's a hoot and a holler.